The way you see properties as a home buyer shopping for your home will completely change August 17th. This new standardized approach is really about professionalism and transparency, which I think is good. Due to the NAR settlements, buyers will be required to have a written agreement. The details of the agreement can vary, terms, length, etc., outlining the compensation and or concessions that may or may not be disclosed up front. There's lots of changes, but most importantly, these agreements outline the fiduciary responsibility between the agent and the buyer. I'm Corrie Sommers, your local Los Angeles realtor. I record content and release content every week to help people purchasing a home, selling a home, or investing in property. I record videos on neighborhoods, let you know facts about the market so that you can make informed decisions for you and your family. Effective August 17th, the way you view a home when you are shopping for your new home has completely changed. Effective August 17th, you have to have a signed agreement with the agent representing you to purchase a home, much the same way sellers have a signed exclusive agreement when they are selling their home. These buyer representation agreements, here in California known as the Buyer Broker Representation Agreement, outlines the compensation and the fiduciary duties of the agent. I actually have some videos on fiduciary responsibility of an agent to a homeowner when selling their home and an agent to a home buyer when they're purchasing a home, so you can watch those later. This new rule emphasizes early disclosure through the signed buyer representation and broker compensation agreement before showing any MLS listed properties to ensure that there's transparency, clarifying the broker's services and fees. This fosters professionalism in the broker-client relationship, and compliance protects both parties. Really, it secures the broker's right to compensation and informs the buyer about the level of service they can expect, aiding them in a much more informed choice. All buyers are needed to have this agreement in order to see homes, and quite frankly, it's time to get serious as a buyer. Have a formal consultation, choose an agent to work with that will guide you through the process. Compensation has always been negotiable, so be prepared when interviewing agents. Some agents, based on their experience level, will be willing to negotiate down, and many agents who are seasoned, experienced, and really professional will be asking for higher compensation. As a home buyer, it changes your window shopping or checking out the neighbor's design choices, but clarifying the agent-consumer relationship is honestly the best thing that's happened to the real estate industry. I'm all for this. As you're aware, I'm licensed in multiple states. Exclusive buyer agreements was how I ran my business in Massachusetts. Frequently, we requested the cover of compensation within our purchase agreement contracts, and this is just part of the change. How do things change for sellers? Well, really nothing changes. Sellers can still offer compensation. It's just how that is presented. See, in the past, the multiple listing service known as the MLS was where you would indicate the amount of compensation a home seller was offering to the buyer's representation. That is being removed. But you can still advertise how much the home seller is willing to compensate in other forms: prints, marketing materials, video, social media, a website that's not connected to the MLS's IDX feed. So there's still a way to promote what you are willing to compensate the agent representing your home buyer. Most consumers don't realize how important the MLS is. It is literally the place that every agent puts a property for sale. And this is where every website you see online, a real estate agent that's with Coldwell Banker, a real estate agent with Compass, Berkshire Hathaway, or Zillow, Trulia, Redfin, Realtor.com, all that information comes from the MLS. Real estate commissions, which is what we often refer to our compensation as, is not being wiped out at all. This new standardized approach enhances the overall professionalism within the industry, and it is going to make purchasing and buying a home consistent across the country. As this change rolls out, I expect more changes will come down the pipeline. California has already implemented one change requiring an open house visitor non-agency disclosure and sign-in, even if you have representation already, you will need to sign it along with your agent's information. California is planning to make some changes going into 2025 as well when it comes to contracts. You can always come back here for more information. I think it's important for buyers to really take the time to be serious in this process. This is the time to schedule consultations with professionals. Perhaps you've met a number of real estate agents along the way as you've been popping in and out of open houses, and several have been staying in touch with you, but maybe 2 or 3 fall really top of mind. Schedule time to sit down with them, understand what they are offering, understand the services that they're performing for you, understand the way that they will strategize and position you to win the offer, understand if they are the right person for you. And I really recommend research. Even if you've been referred an agent, Google them. Do they have a Google business page? What are their past clients saying about them in reviews? Do they record videos to help home sellers and home buyers in the process? Can you get a feel for their personality and style, and if it feels like a good fit for you? I always share with my clients the biggest thing that's important to me is that we secure your property at the best price we can, that we meet all your goals. What should you not do with these new changes? Well, you should not go online to Zillow, Redfin, Realtor.com, scheduling appointments thinking you are going to get around this. That's not going to work. While Zillow is not a brokerage nationwide, they do have a 7-day touring agreement that binds you to them. And once you show up to the property that you've requested to see, there will be a real estate agent there to meet you, and you will have to sign an agreement before you can enter the property. With Redfin, they're doing things a little different. They have what they're calling a touring agreement, but it's basically the same buyer representation, broker compensation agreement that any other agent is going to require you to sign, because that is the change. Buyers have to be represented in order to view a home. If you have any questions about the changes, and keep in mind things are going to change over time, or you have been out window shopping, popping into open houses over and over again, still trying to decide if you're ready to buy, or if you are thinking about buying and want to start things off on the right foot, get a plan together, and pick an agent to work with, you can schedule time on my calendar below. We'll have a quick chat, and then we will schedule a one-on-one consultation to discuss how I can help you, how I work for my clients, and what your goals are, and how we can work together to secure your goals. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you've never subscribed to my YouTube channel, take a moment to click the subscribe button and the bell for updates, and I'll see you next time.